Because like I know you and I think highly of you.
I can tell by the way you showed up late with food. Thank you for being here, man.
Sorry for being late.
It's okay. I normally wouldn't wait for someone that long, but a man of your stature, you know?
Dude, I felt so bad.
Either way, I appreciate you being here. I'm super happy for you, first of all, because you got a lot going on. The first time I ever saw you was you were doing a guest spot. I had heard about this guy named Dave Merheje. He's unbelievable. To the point, you know where you hear about somebody so much that you start getting angry about how much you hear about them, and you start getting like, well, how fucking good could this guy possibly be? You know what I mean?
I've done that. Yeah, I've heard same thing. Yeah.
And so I was at a random Yuck show, and all of a sudden out comes this guy I've heard about for months. I go, holy shit, here's the guy. Lit the place on fire to the point where I'd never been a part of an audience where comedy was that good before and that electric. Where it was like, what the fuck was that? What is your first memory of how stand-up comedy came into your life?
My Uncle Brian, who married into the family, he told me about stand-up, and he would show me Andrew Dice Clay, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy.
And you're how old?
Maybe 12.
When you're a kid,
yeah.
little Dave, are you funny?
No, I wasn't a class clown. I remember I made my mom laugh by making fun of my aunt, and I thought that was cool. And I remember I would do act outs with my sister and my cousin Danny. So we would make these fake sitcoms. My sister would do impressions at weddings. She'd do Steve Urkel, and I was jealous of her. I remember I told her years later. I think I told her then. It was so sad. I was at the wedding. Everyone was around her, my uncles and my cousins, and they're like, look at Mary. And I'm like, yo, but can someone look at, and I had nothing. I had no impressions. Or she was killed. I still till this day remember how dope she was with it. She put she did Steve Urkel from Family Matters so naturally. It was brilliant. I would do imitations of like commercials. This is what my mom was telling me. I would do imitations of wrestlers. And my cousin Roger, I was a kid. He'd bring me into his room, and there would be this girl. He's like older, and he'd be like, "Yo, do Macho Man Randy Savage or Hulk Hogan for us." So I'd do the imitation and leave. And then when I got older and I saw him, I remember he was at a show. I go, "Yo, you were fucking those girls, right?"
In high school, are you a funny guy? Are people in high school thinking this guy's gonna be a comedian? Or
they didn't think that. No. I wasn't the class clown by any means. I would make fun of the class clown to whoever was next to me very quietly, so that the class clown doesn't hear me and beat the shit out of me.
Right.
To them, if they saw me now and they saw how I am on stage, it wouldn't add up. I was watching something on Chappelle and Seinfeld, the comedian Cars, Coffee, the show. I fucked it up big time. Comedians, Cars, Coffee, the show. I apologize.
All he needed was in and getting, and he nailed it.
No, Chappelle said something like he's more of himself on stage than he is off stage, because on stage, and for the longest time I was always trying to get, well, I still am like how I am off stage, on stage, like as close as I can, but that's not real, because on stage I'm more honest with myself and not scared as I am off stage. Off stage I'm very passive, but on stage I'll say whatever I feel I want to. Like, so it would make sense why these people are like, oh, this guy's a comedian. This guy didn't say anything funny. He was very quiet and shit. Right. I get that a lot more than you would think. Right. Where someone's like, that guy's a comedian.
Right. I get that all the time. Was there someone in high school that either you hung out with or you knew of that was fucking hilarious?
There was a guy, he never went to school with me, J-Dog we call him. It was Jason, and we worked at AccuCaps. But Jay was like the funniest guy to me, dude. He would high five people on his way out of his shift. This is like 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. people would start, and he's like, dude, watch. He's like, I'm gonna high five people. I go, you're nuts, dude. People hate coming here and hate leaving. It's a 12-hour shift. And you just see J-Dog be like, high five, man. And just high fiving. And then one time, I think he hated the job too. I hated it. So I would fake shit. Like, I just go into the stall and not pull my pants down. I'd sit on the toilet. I was going to the bathroom 5 times a day. So I look down and I see these feet. I go, this guy's not taking a shit. For sure. I know this trick. I'm doing this trick. And for some odd reason, I just go, because I knew the feet too. I go, are you I go, Jay, dog? And he goes, Dave? And I go, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, fake shitting, man. And then we just realized that we both hated the job. And we've been fake shitting for months. But it just synced. One time it synced together.
I can't imagine you working a real job.
All over, man. I did everything, bro. I worked at a Mill Street brewery, brewing. And the guy, by like Friday, he was training me. And I'm like, yo, by the anyway, has these kegs ever fell on you? And he goes, oh, yeah. Like he said, oh yeah, with such confidence. He goes, fucking a month ago, one busted my toe. And I just went, nope. And I quit. So I lasted a week. I worked out Price Chopper, bro. I worked in the meat department. I told the guy, I go, if I ever cut my hand, I'm quitting. And he was this Italian guy. I think he was Italian or Portuguese, young guy. He goes, okay, bro, relax. He goes, look at my hand. I've cut myself. I go, look, I promise you, the day I cut my finger, I'm out of here. I think like a year and a half later, I cut my finger and I quit. I go, I told you, bro. And he goes, come on, you're really going to quit? I go, yeah. I told you when I got this job, I cut my finger, I'm done. And I quit.
Really, really a pleasure, man.
Man, legit, I'm telling you, I for sure had a great time. I love talking. Man. It's easy to talk to. Great interviewer. Great time.
Thanks for watching the video you just watched there. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, go ahead and do the thing that they do with the liking, please. Also, share the video. Subscribe as well. Thank you for watching. Sorry to ask all of these favors.